Welcome to Educating Black and Brown. EduBNB, where we educate you on various topics such as news and entertainment, health and fitness, religion, finances, lifestyles, and much more. Our mission is to enlighten, inspire, and motivate you while promoting the culture. There are several places serving American soul cuisine that you should try if you're seeking for something satisfying and savory. Soul food is a cultural innovation with roots in the battles of slavery, despite the fact that the phrase soul food originated in the 1960s and 1970s thanks to important figures in the civil rights movement like Malcolm X. Enslaved peoples in the Deep South prepared calorie-dense cuisine out of what the slave owners gave them using a combination of West African culinary traditions and extraordinary resourcefulness developed from their great need to live. For enslaved people to ensure that they could replace the calories lost during a long day working the cotton and sugar fields, two essential techniques included breading and frying meats and vegetables and using meat, bones, and fat to add flavor. The majority of us associate soul food, a cherished cuisine, with Southern comfort food today. Fortunately, enjoying a delicious platter of fried chicken, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, or other traditional soul food dishes is not limited to residents of the South. The greatest soul food restaurants in the U.S. may be found on the list below. Soul food restaurants are a well-liked culinary trend in the U.S. Willie Mae's Scotch House. Willie Mae's Scotch House was first opened as a beauty parlor, barbershop, and bar in 1957 in the New Orleans area of Treme Lafayette. 20 years after the beauty parlor and barbershop closed, Willie Mae's Scotch House grew to include an outstanding cuisine of Louisiana and Mississippi home food that has won numerous awards. For her traditional Southern American cooking, owner and founder Ms. Willie Mae received a James Beard Foundation Award, and the Travel Channel and Food Network rank Willie Mae's fried chicken as the best in the nation. I ate a platter of fried chicken, along with the traditional red beans and rice from New Orleans, along with a buttery, sweet, and flavorful cornbread muffin. Bully's Restaurant. Bully's Restaurant in Jackson, Mississippi, has been recognized as serving some of the greatest and most genuine Mississippi Delta-style soul cuisine in the country by Thrillist, Eater, USA Today, and Culture Trip. An unpretentious brick building with a cozy, traditional dining room can be seen from the outside. Bully's delivers popular dishes including fried chicken, catfish, and fried green tomatoes, but they also offer more exotic and daring versions of traditional Delta fare. Genuine soul food emphasizes preservation and making the most of every component of the animal to ensure that nothing is wasted. Oxtail, pig's feet, and ham hocks, to name a few, are among the dishes offered at Bully's Restaurant as a continuation of this custom. They are all as flavorful, tender, and wonderful as any other meal, despite the fact that this may turn you off, demonstrating the artistry and inventiveness that are inherent in soul cuisine. Amy Ruths. Named for owner Carl S. Redding's beloved grandmother, Amy Ruths is a friendly Southern soul food restaurant in New York's famous black neighborhood of Harlem. Carl S. Redding and his relatives would spend the summers in Alabama working on domestic tasks for their grandparents, where Redding picked up the famed down-home cooking of his grandmother Amy Ruth. In a vibrant, jazzy cafe today, you may sample the genuine, multi-generational family recipes from Alabama. The daily menu includes lunch and supper options, specials, a long selection of breakfast waffles, omelets, and Southern breakfast plates. For the ideal balance of sweet and salty, try the Rev. Thomas Johnson waffle with fried catfish. Florida Avenue Grill. Florida Avenue Grill, which is located on Florida Avenue in Washington, D.C., identifies itself as the oldest soul food establishment worldwide. Florida Avenue Restaurant, which was founded in 1944 by Lacey Williams and his wife Bertha, has been a mainstay in Washington, D.C., surviving the 1968 riots, the 1980s and 1990s crack epidemic, and the gentrification of the area. The Florida Grill serves home-style dinners and an all-day breakfast from the same tried-and-true menu that it has had for more than 70 years. Try the mouth-watering smothered fried pork chops, which come with a side of candied yams, collard greens, and a cornbread muffin. The chops are lightly breaded, fried, and smothered with onion gravy. Sylvias. Sylvia's Queen of Soul Food Restaurant, a legendary cultural destination run by Sylvia Woods and her family since 1962, is conveniently situated on Malcolm X Boulevard in the Harlem section of New York City. A world-renowned gospel brunch is served on Sundays, and live jazz, soul, and blues music is performed on Wednesdays in Sylvia's elegant yet welcoming dining room. Sylvia also hosts special daily activities. On Sundays, they serve a fantastic gospel brunch complete with delectable Southern and New York cocktail favorites like Peachtree Mimosas and their trademark Waiting to Exhale cocktail, which was highlighted in the New York Times. With a generous platter of eggs over easy, salmon croquettes, grits, and a buttermilk biscuit, you can soak it all up. Alcinias. Alcinias is a renowned, family-friendly soul food restaurant with a central location in Memphis that has gained both local and national recognition. While Opera Magazine, the Travel Channel, and NBC have complimented Alcinias as having the best Southern cuisine in Tennessee, Alcinias' very own chef BJ participated in the popular Food Network competition CHOP. Their outstanding sweet potato cobbler served as the star dish on The Greatest Thing I Ever Ate on the Food Network. Although the best platters of traditional Southern food are designed to leave some meat on your bones, Alcinias also caters to health-conscious and vegetarian diets. Their biscuits and fried green tomatoes are the most indulgent I've ever had. Mickey's Soul Food Cafe. Mickey's Soul Food Cafe is a family-owned and budget-friendly Southern comfort cafe in Houston, Texas. They feature a cocktail bar and friendly service for dine-in or dinner, but they are especially well-liked for midday meals because of their daily lunch specials and take-out business. Texas-sized plates of the main entree, 2 sides, and a sizable piece of cornbread are served as weekday specials. They also serve other traditional American comfort foods like meatloaf and fettuccine alfredo. To have their seafood gumbo with a side of black-eyed peas and Cajun corn, I suggest going there on Fridays and Saturdays. Busy Bee Cafe. In 1947, Busy Bee Cafe, a modest, inviting restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia's Vine City, was founded by brilliant, self-taught Southern chef Lucy Jackson to serve the community a home-cooked meal. Since then, Busy Bee Cafe has gained widespread recognition and won a James Beard Award for America's Classics. The charming storefront is housed in a red brick diner with an antique soda fountain that retains its late 1940s to early 1950s charm. Their brined and breaded fried chicken, which is available as a platter, over rice, or on Belgian waffles, is their hallmark dish. Their ham hocks with collard greens, carrot soufflé, and yeasty dinner bun were also delicious. Country Kitchen Soul Food Place. Indianapolis residents' preferred Southern comfort diner is Country Kitchen Soul Food Place, which has been featured on Food Network, Thrillist, and The Daily Meal. The Country Kitchen Soul Food Restaurant, which was established more than 20 years ago by Ms. Jessie, later managed by her daughter Nell, continues to provide warm, freshly prepared meals today under the direction of Isaac and Cynthia Wilson. Ms. Jessie's favorite family recipes are still available, along with a wider selection of additional Southern foods from the Wilson family's upbringing. Along with more modern dishes like meatloaf sandwiches and roast beef Manhattans, you can get traditional platters. Additionally, they offer a full Thanksgiving lunch, complete with mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey and dressing, cranberry sauce, and dinner rolls every day of the year. This is it. This is it, another well-known Houston hangout, started in the 3rd Ward in 1959 and has been proudly run by Black people for more than 70 years. This is it has been a family business in its 4th generation of ownership, including features in the Houston Chronicle and Texas Monthly. Current owner Craig Joseph upholds his grandparents' ideals and family recipes while he passes the baton to his daughters and sons. The Diner's Choice Award for Best Mac and Cheese in Houston was given to them. Moreover, they serve black-eyed peas and pinto beans, 2 well-known sides in Texas. Both the fried fish and the chicken and dumplings were deliciously prepared comfort foods. Mrs. Wilkes Dining Room. Mrs. Wilkes' dining room is still housed in its original country home in Savannah, Georgia, one of the most quaint southern cities in the U.S., and was first established as a boarding house kitchen in the 1940s under the ownership and management of Ms. Selma Wilkes. Marcia Thompson, the granddaughter of Mrs. Wilkes, currently leads the company. A dining experience in Savannah is not complete without a visit to the traditional country chic restaurant with its exposed brick walls and delicate white tablecloths. Mrs. Wilkes' meal makes use of seasonality and regional producers. The food is provided in family-style shared servings that can be passed around the table in the traditional boarding house method.